and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Jennifer Reynolds.
And I'm Dino Lalli. Our destination for today's show is the Woody Guthrie Center in downtown Tulsa.
This is a fabulous place dedicated to celebrating the life and legacy of one of Oklahoma's favorite sons. Now you can come here and really enjoy the historic aspects of this center, but it's really about so much more. Music festivals, concerts, summer programs for kids, just to name a few. We'll have more on how you can plan your visit to the Woody Guthrie Center a little bit later on.
But first, I'm happy to say it's official. It is time to celebrate the start of summer in Oklahoma.
Wahoo! We're going to head northwest, and our Tina McGarry is going to show you how to do summer Woodward style.
Welcome to beautiful Crystal Beach Park in Woodward, a great place to play or relax.
What I like about this park is there's a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything and a lot to see and do. Enjoy a ride through the park on the train. Or dive in and cool off at the water park. And if you like to fish, cast your line at Crystal Beach Lake.
So this is probably one of my favorite things, getting to paddle boat on the lake. I've got my mom along for the ride this afternoon. So quiet out here. Also getting a little exercise, it's fun, I love it. The kids are gonna be sad that they missed this one.
We have playground equipment for younger kids, older kids. You'll see younger kids playing on some of our new jungle gyms. There's a lot of areas that they can climb. And of course the kids will bring fishing poles out to Crystal Beach Lake and fish. We have areas across the bridge that they can play. So there's a lot of areas to explore here in the park.
Golfers can try their swing at the 9-hole course or put their putting skills to the test at the new miniature golf course.
Unlike most miniature golf courses that have the apparatuses and the loop-de-loops and windmills and things like that, this has been designed to be more of a true test of an actual golfer. So it has the undulation, and it has the sand traps and things like that. So it's a real unique miniature golf course in that respect.
Crystal Beach Park is also home to an arena that hosts a lot of thrilling events. And if you enjoy baseball, come out to the home of the Woodward Travelers and check out the newly renovated Fuller Park.
But I think what people have found is it's an opportunity for people to come out, and mom and dad can go this way, the kids can go this way, girls can go over here, the boys can go over here, young or old, from the train, the water park, the paddle boats, and the miniature golf, and all the playground equipment around. There's really, truly something for everybody.
In my hometown, Woodward, I'm Tina McGarry, discovering Oklahoma.
Plan your trip to Woodward on our website, travelok.com, and while you're there, just go ahead and request a copy of the Woodward brochure. All you have to do is click on Request Free Brochures. Well, Crystal Beach looks like a great place to cool off, but now we're going to heat things up.
We're going to go to Oklahoma's desert, if you will, the sand dunes of Little Sahara. We had so much fun doing this story. It is time now to go off-roading. Little Sahara State Park has several park amenities, including over 85 RV sites and over 140 tent sites. Oh yes, they also have these. There are 1,650 acres of sand dunes. Now this place is like a lake for your four-wheelers and dune buggies.
If you like off-road vehicles, if you like wide open spaces, if you like being outside,
then Little Sahara State Park, specifically on the dunes, is the place to be. And the sport of off-roading is growing.
and the unique draw about this sport is it's not gapped by age. As far as a grandparent can go out and do the same activity their grandchild can do, they can enjoy it together, on even playing in the field, being in a vehicle. So that's what our unique draw is as far as with the family. And then the other is that there's not a lot of places that allow open ATVs like we do.
Lee and Lisa Dudgeon from Weatherford have been coming here for many, many years, both for family gatherings, as well as a meeting place for the National Off-Roading Group they have been members of for quite a while.
Our organization that we belong to, there's people that come from all over the United States and Canada to meet us up here to ride. So,
yeah, we've had people from Ontario, Florida, Georgia, New York, quite a few from Ohio, Missouri.
California, they're just all over.
For the Dudgeons and Minnie families, this is a different kind of fun destination.
We all hang out together all weekend, and
We'll do group rides, follow the perimeter, everybody follow each other.
races. There's a race like a straightaway out here that's pretty flat. We'll do races out there.
I like to get out there and ride the trails and the dunes a lot just because it's relaxing to me. It's a lot of fun to get out there and race other people too.
And of course, safety is always a priority.
You have to pay attention to everybody else and not just yourself.
We have a lot of different hand signals. You know, if you're on a trail, maybe you can't see around the corner, you're meeting someone, they'll hold up fingers how many's behind them or how many's in their party, and you do the same. That way you can watch for each other.
The safety rules is you need to be safe yourself. I mean, we can't make you safe. We can't tell you what you got to do to be safe. You know your own limits on riding an ATV, or you should know your kids' limits. And you're responsible for policing yourself on that aspect.
And for those who don't ride but just want to enjoy the beauty of the park, there's a new observation deck for your convenience. The dunes are an area created over time, shaped by the ever-changing wind with Mother Nature as the artist. It's fascinating and quite lively. And as this one gentleman from Kansas said,
it's fun. It's fun. I like tear up stuff. And this is one place I can tear up and don't have to put back together.
the best time to hit Little Sahara State Park is around early spring into early summer before it gets too hot, so it's time to start planning your next trip.
You can find places to stay in or around Little Sahara State Park on our website, travelok.com. Just search Little Sahara. Of course, another name for summertime is road trip time.
Absolutely. If you find yourself heading down I-35, as always, we have you covered. We have found a great spot for you to make a pit stop.
We're known for our steaks and seafood.
The spot in Ardmore that's bringing fresh seafood in every single day coming up.
Plus a piece of Oklahoma history.
We learned a lot and can still learn a lot about the human spirit.
We'll take you to a spot dedicated to a story every Oklahoman should hear.
And from good friends,
it's like Cheers, everybody knows your name,
to absolutely incredible food, the must-stop spot in Tulsa a little later right here on Discover Oklahoma. Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Hot off the press. Order your free copy of the 2015 Oklahoma Travel Guide and get an all-access pass to the very best places, attractions, and activities Oklahoma has to offer. Go online to travelok.com and order your free copy today.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the Woody Guthrie Center in Tulsa's Brady District. You know, Woody grew up in the town of Okemah.
That's right, and in smaller cities and towns across the state, greatness is born every single day, like the story behind Cafe Alley in Ardmore. Tina McGarry takes us there.
Nestled inside an old warehouse in downtown Ardmore, you'll find a cozy restaurant that's the talk of this small town.
We're known for our steaks and seafood.
With an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere, Cafe Alley is a favorite among the locals. The menu boasts a variety of tastes, soups, salads, quiche, steak, and seafood.
We get all of our fish fresh. It comes from a seafood company out of Fort Lauderdale. If my husband orders at 10 o'clock the day before, it comes FedEx in a dry ice box the next day by noon. And then he cuts it all.
Samantha Norton and her husband Jason worked together in a restaurant as teenagers. After college and working in other kitchens, they came home to Ardmore and took over Cafe Alley.
His passion is food, so he has always stayed in the back, and then I'm a people person, so I've always been the one out in the limelight and talking with the guests and interacting. That's my forte.
We've got this huge walk-in. See, we've got all of our fresh stuff. We've got our fish over here, all the meat that I cut. Here's all the meat that comes in before it's prepped. Hey, Angel, are you close on those green beans?
Jason creates the dishes. Almost everything is fresh and made from scratch. He has his hand on each plate.
And we have our crab cakes with whole grain mustard, and they're on top of black bean salsa.
Our beef tenderloin, it's a 6-ounce petite filet, and he tops it with this awesome Worcestershire butter that is his creation.
Folks in Ardmore aren't the only ones dishing about Cafe Alley. Foodies near and far are stopping in for a taste.
It has been all over. I mean, we have had from North United States, Southern, and I get a lot of people coming just for an evening from Oklahoma City, Dallas. It's a good halfway point to be able to come and experience something in a relaxed atmosphere, not have to fight the traffic, not have the hustle and bustle of the big city. Then you're going to get the quality food that you would find all over the world.
Cafe Alley has found the recipe for success and is satisfying customers one plate at a time.
And it's been cool to just kind of watch it grow word of mouth over the years.
Cafe Alley is one of dozens of restaurants featured in the current issue of Oklahoma Today magazine. The entire issue focuses on dining destinations worth the drive.
Pick up your copy on newsstands across the state today, or just log on to oklahomatoday.com for subscription information. Here at the Woody Guthrie Center in Tulsa, there are so many compelling historic artifacts.
Absolutely, and just down the street, the spot where entire chapters of Oklahoma history unfolded.
This is a wall of survivors from the race riots of 1921, every one of them with their own story.
Preserving our past and making way for the future coming up.
I put some secret ingredients there and people love it.
Plus, some of the secrets of a little German kitchen in Tulsa. Get ready for your mouth to water a little bit later right here on Discover Oklahoma.
It's mind-boggling to go through the history of music and the connection to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's Rhythm and Roots website is shaking the walls with legendary talent, iconic venues, and vocals from the heartland. Full of photos, videos, music, trivia, and itineraries, Rhythm and Roots transforms Oklahoma's rich music legacy into a bucket list of travel opportunities. Tune in to oklahomamusictrail.com and start your journey today.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, taking in the history here at the Woody Guthrie Center in Tulsa's Brady District. You can see a lot of his personal instruments on display. I just think it's fascinating.
It is. I love this place. Now, not even a half a mile from this location, though, there's another spot that's very important in Oklahoma's history, Tulsa's Greenwood District, and Jason Grubbs has all the details.
If you stand at the corner of Archer and Greenwood in downtown Tulsa, you get an idea of what this area looked like back in the 20s. This is what's left of an area that was once said to be the richest black community in the United States at the time.
Anything you can imagine wanting or needing in your community at that time, they had here on Greenwood, from hotels, theaters, restaurants, blues clubs, on and on. It was an amazing time of African American history in Oklahoma.
Mechelle Brown says visitors to the Greenwood Cultural Center can learn more about the prosperity of that time and the overall African American experience in Oklahoma, dating back to the early 1900s.
This was seen as a land of freedom and opportunity, and there were many that wanted to move here and take advantage of that opportunity.
The center is also used to educate the public about a dark moment in Tulsa history. On May 31st, 1921, what was called the Black Wall Street became the site of a deadly and damaging riot. It started when a white teenaged girl claimed to have been assaulted in an elevator by a black teenaged boy.
We do know that when the elevator doors closed, a few moments later, Dick Rowland ran out of the elevator. Sarah Page had screamed.
Brown says no one ever found out what really happened. When the riots ended the next day on June 1st, at least 300 people had been killed, 300 businesses destroyed, and more than 1,000 homes burned to the ground.
This is a wall of survivors from the race riots of 1921, every one of them with their own story. Essie Lee Johnson Beck here, for instance, was just 6 years old when those riots started.
The exhibits are designed so that you can take a self-guided tour, but we also offer guided tours for those that want to learn more about the history of the 1921 Tulsa race riot in Black Wall Street.
It took 4 years, but the Greenwood district was rebuilt. Next door to the facility, you can visit a house that's been preserved, once belonging to survivors Sam and Lucy Mackey.
It is an amazing home that speaks to their prosperity, but also their pride in their accomplishments and their pride in their community. We have so much to look forward to and to acknowledge in terms of our forefathers' determination, their courage, their strength, their love for community and love for one another.
Part of the learning experience continues a block away at the John Hope Franklin Reconciliation Park. Executive Director Dr. Jocelyn Lee Payne says Dr. Franklin was a prolific historian and author from Tulsa. His father lost a business and home in the riots.
He brought together the idea that history needed to include all of the people who had been involved. It was not okay just to tell one part of the story. One had to tell the entire story.
The park tells stories about Dr. Franklin and commemorates the riots.
And it commemorates them in such a way as to inform, to educate, and to enlist thinking.
Life-size sculptures represent real people. In the center, the Tower of Reconciliation. On the plaza's outer edges, the Healing Walkway. Dr. Payne says it's a labyrinth providing an opportunity for reflection.
And for knitting together one's past views, perhaps, of history, and the new views that we hope that visitors to the park will acquire as they learn more about what actually happened in this space.
We learned a lot and can still learn a lot about the human spirit. There's a lot to be learned about who we are as a people and what we can overcome when we truly come together.
In downtown Tulsa, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
The Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department is proud to share our Long Road to Liberty brochure with you now.
This guide will introduce you to some of the greatest moments in Oklahoma's African American history. You can get your copy on our website, travelok.com. Just click on Request Free Brochures. One of the great things about the Woody Guthrie Center in Tulsa's Brady District is there's so much to do just right around here.
Absolutely, like an incredible German restaurant that you have just got to try.
And I've told her that if I'm ever in McAllister on death row, which is not on my bucket list, believe me, I will have her cater cabbage rolls for my last supper.
Well, that's some endorsement, the spot you've got to hit for lunch or dinner next on Discover Oklahoma.
Hot off the press. Order your free copy of the 2015 Oklahoma Travel Guide and get an all-access pass to the very best places, attractions, and activities Oklahoma has to offer. Go online to travelok.com and order your free copy today.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma and the Woody Guthrie Center in Tulsa's Brady District.
And guess what? We are in luck because there's a fantastic German restaurant just a few miles away. Julie Chen takes us to Margaret's in the Farm Shopping Center.
Margaret's German Restaurant and Deli is home to great food.
That's our Wiener Schnitzel platter, the best in town.
Outstanding service.
It's like Cheers, everybody knows your name.
And Margaret, of course.
What's your very favorite thing here?
Well, the soups are the favorite. Oh, Margaret. How could I say anything else?
In her traditional German dress and big signature smile, Margaret's been serving up German food with a Polish twist for more than 25 years. Customers just can't get enough of her or her cooking.
Well, it's a fun, happy place, and they've got great food, and they just treat you like family. It's wonderful.
Everybody think the German food has a lot of vinegar and it's like, you know, hearty and you know, just heavy. And then so we did a lot of adjustment to please everybody.
Margaret serves up everything from sausage and sauerkraut to daily soups and specials. On this day, she was making pierogies from scratch. There's no cutting corners here.
And you kind of inspect it. before you put on the tray. There we go.
Voila.
Voila, that's your pierogi.
Customers rave about everything on the menu.
Which is a sauerkraut soup. And people hear about that and they don't know what it is or don't think it's going to be good. It's great.
The second Friday of every month, she makes cabbage rolls. They're excellent. She hand makes them. There's a whole group of people that come in here, and I've told her that if I'm ever in McAllister on death row, which is not on my bucket list, believe me, I will have her cater cabbage rolls for my last supper. They are that good.
The Wiener Schnitzel is also a fan favorite.
Wiener Schnitzel, I tell people this is like chicken fried steak, basically pork loin and bread it and and pan fry. And we are very well known from the best Rubin in town. So but we make with Swiss cheese and sauerkraut. We don't put Thousand Island dressing.
Wash it all down with one of their many beers, and be sure to leave a little room for some apple strudel or German chocolate cake.
I put some secret ingredients then, and people love it. Margaret, is rum there? Margaret, is vodka there? I said, it's something I'm not saying.
While Margaret is staying tight-lipped about her secret ingredients, she's happy to share the secret of her success.
You can work hard, you can accomplish anything here. This is really land of opportunity.
Margaret's Restaurant, serving up German food with a splash of the American dream.
It's a real happy place. I never come in here not leaving feeling better than when I came in.
In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin, discovering Oklahoma.
And here's a reminder, you can find a long list of great places to eat in the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide. Your free copy is just a few clicks away. Log on to our website, travelok.com, and go to Request Free Brochures.
A big thanks to the folks here at the Woody Guthrie Center in Tulsa for hosting us. If you like music of any kind, I think this is a must-see for you. They're open 10 to 6, Tuesday through Sunday. Admission is $8 for adults, $6 for kids, and children under 5 are free. And they do have several Concert on the Green events throughout the summer.
Coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're going to saddle up and hit the trail, a great place for horseback riding this summer.
And if fishing is on your list, we have the perfect spot to stay before you hit the lake, where to get a good night's sleep and an incredible breakfast before you head out on the water.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma. Our intrepid Ford Explorer is provided by the Oklahoma Ford Dealers, official partner of the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department.